The work in this show is about skin. It's about the interface where our bodies and the outside starts. Skin is our biggest organ, it's where we feel our surroundings.
It's the largest show of her work in the UK to date, and it includes some works from as early as 2005 up to works that were made this year, and actually behind us works that were just finished yesterday. So we're really excited to have a site-specific installation she's made that was conceived of after she visited our spaces and saw the really unique architecture of the Hepworth Wakefield.
Ladders. That started with looking at the space and looking at the height of the space, which is I think 8 meters at this highest point on the left-hand corner. And I felt you have to make use of the height and of the light coming down. That sort of whole area is being showered by light, and your glance goes up. So I thought I want to have ladders that show this vertical line. Ladders as they appear in tights when they ladder. I find tights so very interesting because we use them as like a second skin, and they try to mimic our skin color, like the feel of skin. They're very smooth, soft, yet somehow eerie as well. You know, I never liked them. This piece is demolition ball. It's made out of leathers that we use for equipment for gymnasium, which like thousands of pupils had their sweaty hands onto. I find this is so interesting, I mean, the material of leather especially. It's made out of somebody else's skin, basically, and we put it onto our skin to protect ourselves. And what's interesting when you look at it close, you see the actual cuts and bruises of somebody that had accidents, and how it's been stitched together again by leather onto leather. I think the idea for these pieces was to make something quite large that have some feel of thread. They're black. Darth Vader was dressed in black. They're latex. It's got a connotation of fetish wear, but essentially they're very soft. I mean, if you go up close, you can see that they become quite vulnerable, because you can see that there's an unevenness to the surface, and you can sense it's probably not steel. Well, I have a human body, and this is like a starting point. Most works I make are in kind of reference to my own body size, to my own physical abilities.
I think what's great about the show is bringing together different works over the last 5 years, along with this large-scale installation that she's made now. You can kind of follow her thinking as she approaches different materials and works with them in different ways, and following this sort of narrative of skin and the body and presence and absence, stretching, you know, trying to reach to our furthest points. And I think that's a really interesting path to follow with the artist at this quite exciting moment in her career.